one thing that I hope that we can agree on. Nintendo. Now, we all know that Nintendo makes some pretty fantastic games, and I hope we can agree on this if you're watching this video. But if we don't agree on it, that's completely fine. But what I'm really talking about is Nintendo being an actually good company. Now, you may be saying, what do you mean a good company? They like to throw the boot at whoever tries to make whatever, something that offends them. But a good company because of the fact that when you look at the games are fantastic. Barely any bugs and glitches when it comes to Nintendo first party games. And this is all a standpoint on the gaming industry. Nintendo's over here taking 5 years to develop a fantastic game. They're not just taking that game, chucking it out on the streets when it's not done. They want to make sure that the game is the best it could possibly be. The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Now you probably knew I was going to go there at some point, but here we are. The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom is one of those fantastic games because it took 5 years to develop that game. And there's not a single problem with it. Now, of course, just like every single game, there was some glitches on launch. And there probably still is. But overall, the matter is that they're not game-breaking glitches. Like your game's gonna crash or whatever. It's just gonna start frame dipping like beyond repair. No. They make the time to release games that are fantastic. Now for the Nintendo Switch 2, I'm sure that this is going to continue to be the case. But as games evolve, as games get bigger, as games have more art and stuff, you tend to notice that games might take longer to produce. But for Nintendo, I don't think that this is an issue. Because unlike any other console, you can have maybe one game that you like. If you're a Nintendo fan, I guarantee it, you like more than one franchise. Is that either Pokemon, The Legend of Zelda, Kirby, Mario, Metroid? What other Nintendo? There's a lot of Nintendo games. Super Smash Bros, Mario Kart, whatever the case may be. I'm sure that you like more than one of Nintendo games. If you like Nintendo, you like the Switch, you like all of the Nintendo different games. I'm sure that you like that. Now, it really shows that they take the time to make the game. Because if you still look at the Nintendo Switch games, the 3DS games, the GameCube, the Wii, they all look fantastic to this day. Now, you may argue that maybe not the Game Boy, but that's understandable because it's about 20 years old. But anyways, whatever the case may be, Nintendo knows how to release games. They know how to make games. Because overall, without Nintendo, I don't think that there would be really good games. Because Nintendo's really the standpoint of games where you can have either a family playing it, maybe just you want to play it, or like it's a all age kind of category, you know? Playing different games, like let's just say you got a PlayStation or whatever. You play those Sony games, but there's only a couple. There's only a few that you probably really stick to because they're all different. Now, I'm not saying that different games is necessarily bad. It applies to a wider audience. But getting a Nintendo console, Nintendo device, it's really special because then if your game is taking longer to develop, then you can go on and play a different game. Let's just say that there is a new Zelda game coming out and you really want this new Zelda game, but you don't want to wait. It's super hard to wait 5 years for the best experience. Well, you move on to a different game. Nintendo makes a whole bunch of different games that are similar to the one that you like. Yeah, I'm sure you'll be able to find one that really suits your playstyle. And this is why I feel like I really adore Nintendo, because the games are just fantastic. If I want to play The Legend of Zelda one day, well, go on, play The Legend of Zelda, and if I decided to beat the game or whatever, there's pretty much an endless replayability. But every single game, no matter who it's from, has a replayability. But the Nintendo ones seem special, am I right? They seem a little bit more special because sometimes when you replay the game over and over again, they feel, it's not that great. But even though there's no achievements or anything for Nintendo consoles, I hope to see achievements or whatever in the future, there's always that sense that, hey, you can go out, replay the game a different way than you've done it before. Like, if you're playing Pokemon, and you already beat the game once, you played through the entire game with a standard team, you had a Gyarados and a Zekrom, a Kyurem, and also maybe even a Pikachu, and to throw it on top of the pile, you had a Blastoise and Eevee. Alright? The next playthrough you play of the game might not necessarily be different. Now, of course, they could make settings to optimize the gameplay. Like, if you want to remove all the text because you already played the game, there you go, that would be a fantastic option, but you can't do that. So, what you do is you start the game off with a separate team. Dark only. You want to do a challenge with dark only Pokemon? Go right ahead, that's up to you. Now, every single game has their own different challenges. May that be a super hard game like Elden Ring. You play the game with a wizard, magic wand or whatever. You're going to sword. You can do that. But I don't know. There's something about Nintendo that makes it feel like the optimal platform if you want games that are kind of similar to each other for, what you want to play. Like, honestly, I don't know if it's the art style or is it actually Nintendo themselves. Because every single game really feels comforting to me. It just feels like, you can play whatever you want, whatever way you want, and it doesn't matter. No one really judges you on the game that you like, because this is fantastic. Like, I don't judge you for liking different games. Continue to comment in the comment section and tell me how you think about different games, Nintendo, and a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, so also, I do really enjoy the fact that, different games are made at different times and stuff. More development time is probably the better option, but also there's some games that take maybe 2 years and they're still fantastic. I don't know. It's something truly amazing, truly special in my opinion. What do you think about this? Do you think that Nintendo makes good games, or do you think that they like to throw the boot at everyone? I don't know. Let me know in the comment section down below. And thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. I hope that you potentially agree with me. Consider to hit the subscribe button. Consider to hit the like button. I would really, really appreciate it. Help me reach the goal of 1,000 subscribers. That would be a big dream come true. Thank you so much for everything. And with that being said, see you in the next one. Have a fantastic day, by the way.